Puzzle games come in as many styles as there are flavors of ice cream. Even the staunchest hater of the genre would be lying if they said that they were unable to find one that just did it for them. Quietly sneaking onto the Nintendo Switch, is Robots Under Attack that indie sleeper you need? Or is it that lumpy milk that spoiled your breakfast cereal? Let's take a closer look. Apologies for ruining anyone's breakfast, or lunch for that matter. Robots Under Attack from developer-publisher Dimitra Deribas, and I apologize if I butchered that name, is a minimalistic puzzler that affords players the opportunity to live out their wildest Oliver Queen or Clint Barton fantasies. You play, well, the bow, and you're tasked in each of the 100 levels with eliminating all of the robots with your limited arrow resources. The opening tutorial gives you a quick feel for what each of the projectiles can do, and this is going to be important as you'll be using various arrows to solve the puzzles. Using your fire arrows, you'll light bombs, set off explosive barrels, while your bomb-tipped quivers, well, they'll do exactly as intended. The larger blunt-tipped arrows can trigger large buttons, which litter the ever-escalating levels. There's no story to speak of, but that didn't stop this reviewer from crafting his own tale where I stood alone as the one capable of stopping the inevitable robot invasion. However, that's truly a story for another day. You came to know if this one's going to be worth your coin. Visually, Robots has opted for the hand-drawn look, very reminiscent of a student's middle school math graph paper. This style suits the game well given the lighthearted feel, while also feeling like this is truly taking place in the head of an adolescent zoned out during a lesson that they should probably be paying attention to. Everything is presented in a deep blue, which also makes sense, going with that whole math class thing. You should be using your pencils for that proper arithmetic and such. The red lasers jump off the screen, as do the green life bars and doors which are linked to buttons. Your bow stands out as the one item which can bring added color to the levels. Using in-game money earned for completing levels, you can buy a handful of bows and choose which color you want to augment them with. Audio-wise, there's not a lot to discuss. The background music is soothing and relaxing, especially when played at night. The explosions are fine and do their job, but there's just a lack of any other audio input. Perhaps some groans or digitized dialogue a la Berserk back from the Atari days would have gone a long way to help establish identity here. Gameplay is king here. Robots Under Attack is simple in setup and never too devious to make you throw a Joy-Con. Speaking of which, the game can be played with a single Joy-Con using motion controls in the A button. While not the most engaging way to play, I applaud the developer for implementing it as well as the touch controls. The Switch has the tech that has been underutilized, so it's nice to see small teams implement them whenever they can, regardless of how many people use them. Switching arrows is simple and handled with the L and R, while the left analog moves your bow around. You will be tasked with arching from designated areas, sometimes just one. You'll solve puzzles by utilizing the different types of arrows in conjunction with the explosive barrels, the giant wrecking balls and switches, and yes, even portals. While never overly complex or difficult, each of the 100 handcrafted levels is fun and littered with just enough distractions that will draw your attention away from the main goal. There are a handful that will have you scratching your head, but with just a little bit of thought and maybe some luck, they're not too bad to solve. Levels 50 and 100 shake things up a little bit with some boss fights. Robots Under Attack didn't go out of its way to reinvent the wheel, and that's a good thing. The developers have executed a well-crafted puzzle game that, at $5.99, has enough value to warrant a purchase, and at the time of this writing, it's on sale in the North American eShop for 99 cents, which is fantastic value. In the end, I have to recommend this one for anyone looking for a quick change of pace or just a little mental exercise. Thanks for checking out the review. If you liked what you heard here, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to check the description where you'll find all the ways that you can follow me on social media and keep up with what I got going on here. Spoiler alert, there's gonna be some changes coming. So, if you want to know what those might be, I just told you how to do it. Till next time, this is TF Banana. Peace!